this is a song that obviously all the songs sort of take place in New York because that's where the story is based, and this one came from just the sentiment of it has to do with the characters, but more as well, sort of the feeling that I have there. I've been there for a few years, and one of the things I notice is that you really have to learn how to find your solitude, because there's millions and millions of people around all the time. So you kind of learn the skill where you're on the subway and you can zone into yourself and find like your alone place, even though you're crammed up against 1,000 people. And at the same time, when you're alone there, you feel sometimes this connection to this, collectiveness, even when you're all by yourself. So and I used to ride my bike around a lot, like 4 a.m. by myself, and I'd always want to share the experience, but sharing it would ruin the experience at the same time. So it's sort of a sweet juxtaposition, I guess.
You're listening to Alex Wong. This is Brooklyn Blurs.
One, two, three.
Took the N train in from the ocean up to 14th Street, Union Square. I swam around with the bodies in motion, drank in the people and came up for air. And I am a breeze in the still August air, and I can't believe that I'm still standing here. I am a ghost to everyone I know. The stars stand still above, while Brooklyn blurs below. Between mistakes and new beginnings, this city swells up like a symphony, and I disappear in those bodies in motion, and a comforting wave washes over me. I am a breeze in the still August air, and I can't believe that I'm still standing here. I am a ghost to everyone I know.
If you just tuned in, we are live in the studio with Alex Wong. You are listening to 88.9 FM, KRFC, Fort Collins, live at lunch.
The Paper Raincoat is a duo that it's a collaboration between myself and another singer-songwriter named Amber Rubarth, who's a fantastic solo artist as well. And we have been working together for a couple of years and just started, we had been doing some writing together and really liked it. And so we just started to, as we wrote more, decided that this batch of songs needed to be in a particular project. So and we also noticed that the themes that we were writing about sort of started to circle back on each other and kind of describe sort of this central, these characters in this world that we weren't really sure where they came from at first, but the more we wrote, the more we were kind of zoning in on a certain we were creating this certain landscape. So the Paper Raincoat, actually all the songs have to do with a story. So we started writing a central storyline that sort of threads through all the songs and has main characters and stuff like that. So we're hoping that the project will sort of chronicle this sort of ongoing story in a vague. It's not a musical, so it's not like very descriptive, but more as for us, for inspiration. We sort of spy on these characters that we created and write about them.
It's sort of like a soundtrack for an imaginary reality show or something.
Yeah, we got really into the idea how, I'm a huge Lost addict. And the way that they tell stories on Lost is really interesting to me, that they only give you this little peephole into a much larger story that you have to just trust exists, but you only get like these little fragments of it. And that idea we really liked. And sort of the main character of the Paper Raincoat is this woman named Grace, and so things are sort of told through her eyes sometimes, but things shift around and you only get these little pieces, so it's just very sort of impressionistic. And we really wanted to make the songs relatable on any level, whether you knew the story or not. So
I love that. Jeff Finland is doing a series similar to that,
yeah?
Where I think his last CD was called Ballad of a Plain Man, but it's this character, and I asked him, is it you? Is it somebody you know? Or it's kind of an accumulation of a bunch of different people into the idea.
It was a kind of a pressure relief to not make it about us, because we both have been writing so much from our point of view, and it gets sometimes a little like, do people really want to hear more about me? So it was also a way to kind of free up your mind. And actually Vienna introduced us to this exercise because she was taking a comedy improv class a couple summers ago.
Awesome.
And
So
she
much
showed
fun.
us this one exercise, which was actually the impetus for a lot of the process that we used, which was two people get together and one person closes their eyes and the other person just asks them to describe what they see. And so the idea was to remove yourself from the pressure of like creating something, and so instead you're just describing. So for instance, we were like, okay, well, you're in a house. Okay, you're staring at the wall. What's on the wall? Well, there's pictures on the wall. Who are in the pictures? Are they black and white? Are they? So you keep asking all these questions, and you keep drilling down, and pretty soon you're sort of describing this place that you're really making up, but you kind of did it in a sneaky way.